Well, match day number 12 is upon us, and talk about a deadline day special that we have had coming into today's match days. We'll pause it here in a second, just to kind of give you a good old recap as what's happening. But our first game, Crystal Palace hosting Arsenal, should be a fantastic game. Remember the last time out, this Crystal Palace team actually beat this Arsenal squad 1-0, and that was a week after Palace got demolished 6-0 by Southampton. But as we are ready to kick off here, hang on, I'm going to pause for just a second so I can go over some of the moves that we've just seen. Okay? So, in chronological order, Wolverhampton has acquired Virgil van Dijk in exchange for Sandro Tonali, Wesley Fofana, and $90 million. Wolverhampton signed Ibrahim Sangare as their bench player. Manchester United dropped Beto for Leandro Trossard. Wrexham signed Beto. Wrexham acquired Phil Foden in exchange for Harvey Barnes and $75 million. Wrexham then acquired Jack Grealish in exchange for Ivan Perisic and $75 million. So Liverpool getting Ivan Perisic. And then just minutes before we went on the air, Crystal Palace receives Cody Gakpo and Mark Cucurella in exchange for Andrew Robertson and $30 million. Should be a fantastic Wolverhampton squad coming up here in a little bit. And Wolverhampton does sign Rasmus Højlund from free agency to complete their roster. And after any of that, we can get ourselves underway here. Match day number 12. It is Arsenal kicking off here to start at Selhurst Park. This Crystal Palace squad could definitely use a good result, but they've definitely tried to go all or try to go out and find some more attacking presence with the free agency here. That was kind of their plan, and that's exactly what they're trying to accomplish with the signing of Cody Gakpo, who apparently is wearing the number 42. I'm definitely going to be fixing that because I don't like that. High numbers do not work with footballer kits. So it'll be back to the 5-2-2-1 now for Crystal Palace. They've got the 5 in defense. It's actually not Cucurella starting. It's that of Lucas Digne at that left wing-back spot. Paulinho and Casemiro make up the defensive midfielder roles. They have Cody Gakpo alongside Diaby in midfield, and then Diogo Jota atop, or is it the other way around between the two? Either which way. While we have a minute, let's take a look at the league table. Whilst we have a chance here. Oh, I gotta find it first. Hang on, where did it go? Inwards now is Martin Odegaard. As I try to find the league table to get you updated, here's Marcus Rashford, the shot, and an early one here for Arsenal. Marcus Rashford putting in a goal here relatively early on, 10 minutes in. I was about to look at the league table, this league-leading Arsenal squad. Well, here we go again. So, Kevin De Bruyne versus Raphael Varane. Nobody choosing to mark Marcus Rashford. And that one is blown past Aaron Ramsdale as per usual. So, Arsenal squad on top of the table and on top of the game so far. So, as it looks at the table, Arsenal lead the way. Actually tied with Crew Alexandra on points. They lead +2 on goal differential, which is why Arsenal top the table. Crew Alexandra second. Manchester United third. Wrexham fourth. Palace fifth. Wolverhampton sixth. Southampton 7th, Ipswich 8th, and Liverpool rounding out the table in 9th. So a lot of moving perhaps on the way today. Coming up as well, we do have Wrexham hosting Liverpool next, Manchester United hosting Southampton. And Wolverhampton hosting Crew Alexandra for our final fixture of the day. Sorry. Yes, that is correct. Never mind, I lied to you. So Crystal Palace squad that looked to get more attackers, but at least wanted to stay relatively comfortable in defense. That's kind of what they've gone after here. It's Diogo Jota back to Casemiro in midfield. To Paulinho. He's got Jota. He's got Cody Gakpo center as well. Tackled off the ball then is Jota. Back to Flecken. Tried to get it up to Joelinton. Paulinho actually got in the way. Diogo Jota on the ball to Paulinho. Tackled by De Bruyne. Paulinho's still with it, though. Back to Jota. To Gakpo. Cody Gakpo tackled off the ball in the box. A couple of shouts for penalties there, nothing of it. Didn't look a penalty to me. Kevin De Bruyne on it versus Polina here. Good tackle from Polina. Diaby backwards to Casemiro and up to Cody Gakpo now. Cody Gakpo very pivotal in that Wolverhampton squad, in playing the ball forward and getting some good attacking in. That's kind of the thing that Crystal Palace was looking for. This Palace squad, the lowest scoring side in the league, despite being in that 5th place. So looking to bolster their attack slightly. Martin Odegaard to Saliba in defense. He'll move it up to Marcus Rashford, the early goal scorer in the 10th minute. William Saliba. Diogo Jota gets in the way, but back at the feet of Saliba here. Lucas Digne versus Mohamed Kudus. Back to Wan-Bissaka with Cody Gakpo trying to chase it in. Joelinton to Kudus. Good tackle from Diogo Jota. Now perhaps can Crystal Palace try to move forward here with Cody Gakpo. Deep pass to Diaby. Diaby doesn't necessarily have space forward here. He is under pressure from now. It's Cody Gakpo. And he may have men inwards here. Cody Gakpo saved by Flecken at the near post. Good attempt to Diaby, and he's tackled off the ball rather easily then, but Casemiro gets in the way. Diogo Jota, and it's in. Diogo Jota with one of a couple of rare goals this campaign for him. Kind of a poor clearance from Joelinton right at the feet of Casemiro, who was able to get it to Diogo Jota, and he's put it past Flecken quite powerfully. Flecken doesn't even have time to dive at that one. And Diogo Jota gets Crystal Palace back level with Arsenal here. So now even Stevens again. And it has to be said, since Arsenal scored the goal, it did look as if Palace was moving forward just slightly better. This Arsenal squad almost looks slightly panicking to get rid of the ball. But here they are forward again. It's Martinelli. Under pressure from Gonzalo Montiel, inwards to Marcus Rashford with Polina chasing him down. Back to Malaysia in defense. It's Timber. Oh, a bit of a strong challenge then from Cody Gakpo, and now Diaby. Diaby perhaps with space. Diaby all by himself versus Flecken. It's Diaby, the shot, and it's a second for Crystal Palace. Well, you talk about a Palace squad that needed to score goals, they needed to find ways forward, and here they are 2-1 up over Arsenal. He's done well on the break then, is Diaby, and I'm a little surprised that he's gotten Flecken at the near post then. That looked as if it was an effort that the keeper should have saved. He has struck it with some pace, but it's 2-1 to Crystal Palace after conceding early. So it's Martin Odegaard now trying to work his way past Cody Gakpo. And tackled by Casemiro. To Diaby. Diaby inwards to Casemiro. Back to Diaby again. It's Cody Gakpo to Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota now perhaps with space if he can get past Saliba. No, it's actually a good tackle from Kevin De Bruyne that time. De Bruyne trying to work his way outside. Back to Malaysia and inwards to Martin Odegaard. As Polina presses upwards. Taken by Lucas Digne. Casemiro, and that ball overhit there. It will be a throw-in for Arsenal. Mohamed Kudus to take it. Looks like he's going to play short to Joelinton, and does. There's Kudus, back to Saliba. Some good passing here in midfield for Arsenal. Kevin De Bruyne might have space now. Rafael Varane versus Marcus Rashford. First half about to end here. Let's see if Arsenal can put something together. 1 minute added time. Casemiro versus Joelinton. Joelinton to Kudus. Kudus versus Montiel versus Botman. Back to Kudus. Tackled. And Palace only just able to get it away. And that will do it for the first half. Arsenal go up early, but then Crystal Palace get 2 back. That's a set of twins right there. Anyways, Moussa Diaby with the goal here for Crystal Palace. Obviously, it's Diogo Jota with the first, the equalizer. And it's 2-1 at halftime here. What's been an entertaining fixture already. Let's take a look here at the match facts. Palace actually having more possession surprises me quite a lot. More pass accuracy, slightly more tackles. Casemiro perhaps with player of the match so far. Let's see if that translates into the second half. With Crystal Palace kicking off here. Botman to Varane. Martinelli does tackle, but it looks as if Botman kind of got back on it. It's Kevin De Bruyne now to Joelinton. Mohamed Kudus might be trying to work it forwards. He's back to Joelinton, though. No, over to De Bruyne. Back to Joelinton, to Odegaard in the middle of the park here. Oh, that's a poor effort then. Marcus Rashford, the shot. No contest there from the Palace defense. And Marcus Rashford gets a brace here to start out the second half. And Odegaard's kind of left by himself. Raphael Varane steps up too quickly to it. Overcommits instead of kind of giving him a little bit more space. And Rashford is left in the clear. And it's 2-2. So this would not really be a game that either squad wants to drop points in. I feel this Arsenal squad could really use the good result here. Palace perhaps even more, but Arsenal could stay top of the table. Gonzalo Montiel over to Digne, trying to get it past Wan-Bissaka there in through. Wan-Bissaka gets in the way well. It's back to Saliba. Up to Joelinton. Mohamed Kudus now versus Lucas Digne. Kudus may have space here. Over to Rashford. Rashford looking for a hat-trick, and it's past the far post. Good effort from Rashford, but again, he's really been left in space there. And a substitution being made for Crystal Palace. Cody Gakpo being replaced for Alexander Isak. Bit of a surprising move, that. Alexander Isak, not really the player that Crystal Palace was hoping he'd be. Well, let's see if this changes. Isaac's leg, I think, just went about 6 feet into the ground, but either way. Kevin De Bruyne in midfield now. Oh, tackled by Diaby to Palhinha, back to, trying to get it to Diaby. I believe that was Malaysia. Yep, got in the way quite well. About an hour gone here. Timber to De Bruyne in midfield. Inwards to Martin Odegaard, to Joelinton. Up to Rashford. Tackled by Digne. There's Palhinha to Casemiro. Diaby might have space in midfield now, and he's got Isaac forward, as well as Diogo Jota. Here's Diaby. Can he find any sort of help here? Alexander Isak's onside, and it's in! That, I will say, did not look onside. I will absolutely have to look at that one again. Alexander Isak timed his run absolutely brilliantly. Oh, and I think he was too, yep. Malaysia on the outside was ahead of him at the time. But Alexander Isak comes on for a substitution and makes this a 3-2 game in favor of Crystal Palace. Suddenly Arsenal on the back foot again. I mean, there's no doubt that they could be able to score here rather quickly. I think that the problem is that here's Timber moving forward. I think if Palace is allowing Arsenal the space, it will be problematic, but Digne gets in the way of that one. Botman trying to move it about in space here. Perhaps park the bus is the name of the game here for Crystal Palace in the closing 25 minutes or so. As much as I hope that's not what they're playing. That kind of looks like what they're playing. Well, Palace, the lowest scoring squad in the league. And they've actually put 3 past league-leading Arsenal today. That surprises me. I really thought that they'd have a little bit more difficulty here. It's Isaac out wide to Diaby. Diaby to Casemiro. Has Diogo Jota. Here's Isaac. Isaac trying to move around. Oh, it's tackled by Diaby. Torres to Diaby. Diaby to Isaac. Isaac, I don't think, is going to be able to get a touch on that one. No, it's going to be out for a goal kick. And 20 minutes remain here as we have a substitution happening. Polina being replaced by Matoma, as well as Mohamed Kudus being replaced by, I believe that's Ryan Gravenberch. That's exactly who it is. Matoma coming on now. That's not a bad substitution to be made, but Diaby, I think, could have gone a little bit longer. 20 minutes remaining. Oh, no, it wasn't Diaby who had came off. Who was it? Oh, it was Polina. Yeah, I don't know. That's a little surprising to me. I think Matoma in the defensive midfield role might be problematic. Especially because that required Isaac to drop, and now it's Marcus Rashford with the help of Gravenberch, and I think Martin Odegaard coming forward as well. 15 minutes to go here. Here's Isaac, inwards to Diogo Jota. It's Casemiro. Now Torres. Advantage being played, and here they go. This is interesting. A free kick being called here on the outside of the box. Substitution now being made. Now it's Diaby being replaced by James Ward-Prowse. And I think it's either going to be Casemiro or Ward-Prowse taking this free kick. And it will be Casemiro on the outside of the box. Does Casemiro have an option? Lucas Digne is called close. Digne the shot, and it's put over the bar. Be a goal kick here for Arsenal. Just over 12 minutes remaining now. Isaac had actually been brought down there by Wan-Bissaka, no call. But now Arsenal moving forward here, looking slightly convincing with Ryan Gravenberch. Martin Odegaard moving forwards. To Martinelli, Rashford's left in space. Rashford, that one turned away by Aaron Ramsdale, denying Rashford of his hat-trick. That's a lot of praise for someone who's let in 2 goals today. By the way, though, good save by Ramsdale. Corner coming up now. Martinelli standing over it. That ball swung into the middle. Joelinton might be there, headed away by Raphael Varane, but back to out wide now to Martinelli. Digne in the way, good block, nearly off the hand of Matoma. That one was so close. Taken by Malaysia, it's Martinelli with De Bruyne in support. Rashford there as well, and Gravenberch the shot. And goodness me, 3-3 from Martinelli. What a game this is turning out to be. Martinelli was left open on his right foot. Varane, again, that's the 3rd time he's been beaten today. That's ended up in a goal. And it's level pegging once more here. 6-goal thriller here at Selhurst Park. Gabriel Martinelli, great finish then, has to be said. And with about 5 minutes remaining here. Oh, it's taken away, and now Ryan Gravenberch moving forward with Rashford. Back to Gravenberch, intercepted that time by Diogo Jota. Jota chooses to not pass the ball and runs right into Wan-Bissaka. That'll always run well, I'm sure. Idiot. Anyways, Kevin De Bruyne to Martinelli. Oh, he's beaten Gonzalo Montiel. Varane chooses to defend the center, but it's with De Bruyne. He's got Rashford center. It's Martin Odegaard. Odegaard trying to move inwards. Botman, a great tackle. And now it's Matoma. 4 minutes added time. Digne to Matoma. Back to Botman. Out wide to Digne. Back to Botman again. And Palace need to get moving forward here. Arsenal, I'm sure they'd like to get on the ball. Less than 2 minutes remaining now with Gonzalo Montiel. To Ward-Prowse. Does Isaac get past Joelinton? No. 30 seconds remain. And that's going to do it. 3-3, the final score. A game that Crystal Palace looked as if they could have won. A game that Arsenal surely was hoping they could have won. And I tell you what a match to start off match day 12. And now match number 2 on this round 12 slate here. It is Wrexham hosting Liverpool. Big story here between the two squads. Jack Grealish now on this Wrexham squad as well. That's going to be a fantastic addition, I'm sure, for this team. Actually, I'm a little surprised Liverpool let go of him, considering how well Jack Grealish was playing for Liverpool. Actually got quite high up on the assist rankings. But it will be that of Wrexham getting us underway here. Wrexham moving to a 3-4-3 formation. One of the only times so far this season that we've seen 3 in defense. I'm sure that might be slightly problematic if they can't stay on the ball. But here they go already. Callum Wilson past Diogo Dalot. Wilson inwards to Eberechi Eze, and it's tackled. Or Eberechi Eze, I don't even know. I just say Eze. Well, here's Bruno Fernandes, at least tackled by Romero, I think that was, and now it's Estu. I'm looking at the wrong one. It's Phil Foden. Jack Grealish, that's right, Phil Foden on the squad now as well. Christopher Nkunku trying to get past Romero, trying to look inwards. It's Nkunku, the shot, and that one's in. On the 6th minute, Christopher Nkunku scores. This Wrexham squad looking quite good already here. Tell you what, he has really dribbled past Romero then. I was kind of expecting Romero to do slightly better with that, but goodness me, I mean, the skill shown by Nkunku then, that was a fantastic finish. So now Liverpool have to work from a goal down here. That's, well, a slightly typical situation for him this season. But hey, come the draft entering season number 2, this might be a squad to look out for. They'll have some, I mean, assuming that they kind of work well here, they may have some good picks coming their way. It's going to depend on how Ipswich do as well to see who gets the first pick. For the time being, it does belong to Liverpool. But it's Perisic inwards to Eze. Eze, can he get past Sandro Tonali? Perisic to Wilson. Callum Wilson now, does he get past Youri Tielemans? No, he doesn't. And now it's Phil Foden backwards to Fernandes. Over to Foden. Foden to Tonali, to Nkunku. Lofted over to Thiago on the opposite side. It's Thiago inwards to Sandro Tonali at the defensive midfielder role. Oh, he's gone through Declan Rice, and it's Phil Foden. Second goal for Wrexham, Phil Foden. I mean, can we just talk about how... Sorry, do we get a look at that again? Declan Rice has absolutely been mugged off then, and it's gone to Phil Foden brilliantly. Nice little chop of the heel there, and Phil Foden does get that one past Lloris. Well, this Wrexham squad looking very good, up 2-0 here early. Mateo Kovacic to Declan Rice in midfield now. Diaz to Walker. Back to Diaz. Inwards to Rice. This Liverpool squad have really yet to see the opposite side of the pitch here. They had the one moment earlier on. Not really a shot came out of it. Let's see if perhaps they can move the ball forward now with Kyle Walker. He's got Mateo Kovacic inwards. That's who he finds. He's got Callum Wilson now. He's got Eze in support. There's Eze. Eze trying to move inwards. Eze. And it's a great save by Emi Martinez out for a corner. Played short to Mateo Kovacic. Grealish pressuring. To Perisic, inwards to Rice. The shot turned away by Martinez. Good save. Declan Rice nearly had quite a good little bit of revenge, but instead a good save by the Argentine keeper. He was taking that first time. I think maybe did he have space to get a second touch? Tough to tell. Perisic with the corner again. He will play short to Mateo Kovacic once more. Here's Rice over to Kulusevski. Kulusevski versus Phil Foden here. Kulusevski moving inwards. Kulusevski, he's tackled. And Wrexham get that one out of harm's way for the time being. With Sandro Tonali to Fernandez. Not Declan Rice. It's Eze to Perisic. Has Callum Wilson, but looks as if Thiago Silva gets on that one relatively easily. There's Grealish, inwards to Foden. Foden may have Youri Tielemans on the wing here. Yes, he does. Youri Tielemans now. Can he get past Kyle Walker? The answer is no. Kovacic to Kulusevski, who may have space if he can get past Luke Shaw. And no, I tell you what, Luke Shaw has been phenomenal in defense for Wrexham this whole season. Real brick wall on that left-hand side. It's Phil Foden to Bruno Fernandes. It's Mateo Kovacic. Wilson. That's Kulusevski. Kulusevski may have space now. He's gotten past Youri Tielemans. It's Kulusevski. Can he work inwards? Kulusevski the shot. That one saved again by Martinez. Somehow doesn't go out of play. And Wrexham stay on it. That one was close. Kulusevski, a good effort. I think he probably could have had a little bit more opportunity to have a shot if he went earlier. But Sandro Tonali. Declan Rice gets in the way, finds Kyle Walker. Walker now trying to move forward, has Mateo Kovacic midfield. Here's Callum Wilson. Inwards to Kovacic. Kovacic to Perisic. Played back to Rice. Kovacic again. Kovacic versus Thiago Silva. Tell you what, good battle here. Mateo Kovacic, does he get past Thiago? No, he doesn't. And now it's Phil Foden. Sandro Tonali backwards. Tackle by Wilson in midfield. It's Kulusevski to Callum Wilson. Declan Rice to Kulusevski, back to Eze. Here's Perisic. Oh, Perisic may have Kulusevski here. Kulusevski! A great save by Emi Martinez, 1 minute at a time. We're about 30 seconds into that already. Kulusevski with the corner here. And here comes the corner. That ball swung in at the penalty area. Eze, does he get on it? No, he doesn't, and that's going to do it for the first half. Wrexham go up 2-0 early at home versus Liverpool. Phil Foden with one of the goals then. The trade for Harvey Barnes with Ipswich. That's 2-0 to Wrexham, and Kunku and Foden the goal scorers. Liverpool having more possession, that's a little surprising. Slightly smash and grab than it seems from Wrexham. That's almost what I'd have to put it down to, really. Liverpool having more possession, that does surprise me, doesn't it? Just to remind you, coming up next, we do have Manchester United hosting Southampton. Remember, the reverse fixture of those two was an absolute thriller. And then, of course, we do have Wolverhampton hosting Crewe Alexandra. Callum Wilson, does he get past Thiago Silva? No, he doesn't. Now Sandro Tonali to Phil Foden. Foden may have Nkunku here. He does, but Romero does get in the way well. now it's Estupinian. Perisic. Now Perisic perhaps with space on the left side here. He'll have to get past Thiago. Inwards to Declan Rice. Declan Rice now to Wilson. To Eze. That shot blocked. Eze may get it again. And no, it's going to be out of play for a goal kick. Martinez has had a busy day in goal here despite the scoreline. He's had to make a couple of really good saves. Martinez will play this one upfield. Tries to get Phil Foden all by himself. Falls to, I believe that was Kyle Walker. Here's Eze. Eze can't get past Sandro Tonali. Over to Nkunku. Romero to Kyle Walker. Back to Romero. Romero working backwards now. It's Diaz over to Kulusevski on the right side. Kulusevski may get past Youri Tielemans here and does. And now does he have space to work inwards? It's Callum Wilson. Oh, but Wilson is going to be flagged offsides. And he is ahead of the ball there. Yes, he is. And by the foot as well. Pretty much his entire left side. Yep, good call. Hate to see it for Liverpool. That was certainly attack going. That's a correct call nonetheless. Declan Rice to Eze. Back to Kovacic. Mateo Kovacic to Perisic. The shot. That one wide of the post. Well, Ivan Perisic, a fair effort then. Yeah, just tried to curl it round. I think if he had just gone for power, that would have went better. But out of play. Either way, it has to be said, again, you look at the scoreline, you think this has been a Wrexham game. Liverpool have had a couple of good shots. Martinez has done phenomenal in goal. And I tell you what, if Liverpool does find a bit of space here, they may have themselves at least a goal. I don't know if they'll be able to equalize. That ball overhit will be out of play for a goal kick. About an hour gone here. Klopp explaining something, I'm sure. Reese will play short to Diaz, over to Kyle Walker on the right side. Here's Mateo Kovacic to Kulusevski, and now Wilson. And Wilson tackled off the ball. I think if he had made the pass, he would have had Kulusevski there, but it's Declan Rice to Eze. It's Callum Wilson. It's Mateo Kovacic. The shot, and that one goes. Mateo Kovacic with another goal here for Liverpool. And they've at least not allowed Wrexham the clean sheet. Callum Wilson, a great pass inwards, has to be said. And there it is. When you had him in space, they happen to be Mateo Kovacic with a great pass inwards from Callum Wilson, and there you go. That's the goal that I think Liverpool were expecting, that I was expecting.
Liverpool goal, number 8, Mateo Kovacic.
And well, that time, as you could see, if you left Martinez like by himself, that was going to be a much harder save to make, and he didn't make it. There's Luke Shaw. Swapped over to Thiago Silva, played backwards from Grealish, now up to Sandro Tonali. Remember, the trade deadline is as of the upload for Matchday 13, so that will be this weekend. As we are getting closer to the end of this season, it's been a phenomenal turn of events. It's been so fun to watch week in and week out. Sandro Tonali, inwards to Fernandez. Does Fernandez have room forward here? Well, he's got Phil Foden, who's onside. Phil Foden is tackled well. And it's Kulusevski. Callum Wilson here, but he's gobbled up by both Youri Tielemans and Luke Shaw. It's Declan Rice to Kulusevski. It's Rice now. Rice tried to find Perisic on the outside, was intercepted. And about 15 minutes remaining here with Phil Foden, who's tackled by Diaz. And Kovacic to Diaz. To Kulusevski, back to Kyle Walker, inwards to Kovacic. Mateo Kovacic has Callum Wilson, but chooses not to pass. Can he get past Sandro Tonali here? Yes, he can. Can he get past either of the Thiagos, Thiago Silva, or just regular Thiago? The answer was no for either of them. And now it's Phil Foden, out wide to Youri Tielemans. And Tielemans has that one out of play. It'll be a substitution happening now. I believe it will be Youri Tielemans being replaced by Ricardo Pereira, as well as Ivan Perisic being replaced by Ansu Fati. And a throw in for Liverpool with 12 minutes remaining. Well, Phil Foden ends up on that one, but Diaz with a good tackle. And it's Kovacic to Rice, to Wilson, to Kulusevski. Kyle Walker to Diaz. There's Eze. Declan Rice. Diaz to Rice. Walker. Wide to Kulusevski. Here's Mateo Kovacic to Wilson. Is tackled by Diogo Dalot. Eze to Ansu Fati. It's Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson now at the near post. And a good save by Martinez. And it looks as if that one is going to go down as a goal kick, I believe. Phil Foden being replaced here. It will be a goal kick after it's all said and done. Beto is replaced by Phil Foden, or vice versa. It's Fernandez. Beto has Pereira on the side now, tackled. And Liverpool may have space here. It's Callum Wilson. Out wide, Otis Kulusevski have room past Pereira. I think he just might. If he gets it in, it could be a fair effort for Liverpool here. No, he can't. Grealish to Beto. Back to Grealish. Now it's Christopher Nkunku. Gets it to Fernandez. What is a good tackle. Oh, will be a free kick, actually. I thought it was a good tackle, and a free kick coming up here for Bruno Fernandes. Nkunku standing over it as well. It's Fernandes off the woodwork. And out for a goal kick. 4 minutes added time, says the fourth official. Let's see, Liverpool have been looking good here, but they need to really get something going if they want a point. They played a respectable game here, but being respectable doesn't win games. And it doesn't get points on the board. Mateo Kovacic to Declan Rice. Rice back to Diaz. Back to Rice again. Up to Ibaraki Eze. It's Ansu Fati. Can't get past the Wrexham defense. And now it's Christopher Nkunku. Working forwards with space is Nkunku. Just the man to beat now in the middle, and Nkunku tries to get past Kyle Walker. A good defensive effort from Liverpool, but that will do it. Wrexham win 2-1. It's a game that Wrexham absolutely needed to win. And they've done just that. Liverpool, again, another fair effort, but goes down as another loss for that squad, which I'm sure Anfield will not be happy to see. And now we head to Old Trafford, where Manchester United host Southampton. Two squads desperately looking for points here. And I think this United squad could very well be the favorite today, but never doubt that Southampton team, which absolutely can score goals whenever it feels.
Are lining up. Number 31, Edith.
Okay, they've just cut off the sideline announcer then, I'm afraid.
Number 12, Joe Gomez.
So here we go. Will be Southampton to get us underway. Coming up next, remind you, we do have Wolverhampton Wanderers facing Crewe Alexandra. Should be a fantastic game, that, with serious championship table implications at play. apparently a free kick has been called. Klingman's son plays it short to Nathan Ake. Gets it to Thomas Partey now. Tackled by Paqueta. Back to Cancelo. Over to Paqueta again. For Matchday 13, Arsenal host Wrexham. Crystal Palace host Manchester United. Southampton will host Wolverhampton, and it'll be Ipswich facing Crewe Alexandra. But it's Erling Haaland with the opening goal here. I'll tell you what, Erling Haaland, goals for him this season have been few and far between. But there is one. And a fantastic one as well. Starts with Timo Werner. Somehow he's actually remained onside there. That one was very close. Oh, hang on just a minute. We've got to go back and look at that one. That was way too close to call, wasn't it? Hang on, I'm dreadfully sorry, but I'm not convinced he was onside. I need to look at that one again. So here is the time of the pass there. Yep, he is, isn't he? Can we get the focus on Haaland, perhaps? Wherever he is, there he is. He does... Wow, that is razor-thin margins, actually. Yep, that is clearly onside that. Yeah, I mean, that is time of clear contact there, and he is onside, Erling Haaland. Wow. Razor-thin margins, but Erling Haaland is onside, and it's in for Manchester United. And a 1-0 lead here early. I mean, what a couple of fixtures we've had for you already. The thrilling 3-3 tie over at Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace and Arsenal. Game where both sides needed a win. The points are shared. Wrexham took Liverpool 2-1, although I tell you what, that Liverpool squad, I think, missed out on a few attempts. But it's Bukayo Saka now versus Josko Gvardiol, and Gvardiol does get it away. Up to Timo Werner. There's Werner, back to James, back to Rodrigo Bentancur in midfield now. There's Rodri to trying to get it to Erling Haaland. Thomas Partey got in the way. And now Lukaku, does he have Raheem Sterling through? Raheem Sterling to Lukaku. It is tackled well. And United do try to look to move now. It's Rodri, back to Gvardiol. Gomez, Gvardiol again, back to James. Gomez to Cancelo, back to Gomez. Tries to get Timo Werner on the side. Matty Cash kind of gets in the way. It'll be a throw for United. It's Paqueta. Raheem Sterling ends up on the ball there. Bernardo Silva to Thomas Partey. Bentancur trying to chase him down, but it's Bukayo Saka now. It's Saka. Saka to Silva. Silva, does he get past Josko Gvardiol? Well, he got past him, but he won't get past James. That one was close. Now it's Erling Haaland. Can he find Timo Werner? Yes, he can. It's Timo Werner. Werner trying to work forward now, trying to get past Matty Cash. Does for the time being. Cash will tackle out for a corner. And Rodrigo Bentancur to take the corner. Dominic Szoboszlai called close. Szoboszlai trying to work inwards now. Can he get past Cash? He'll move to the outside. Gomez to Werner, the shot. And a rare miss by Timo Werner, has to be said. Had him wide open, and he has just, well, he's biffed that, quite frankly. That's a surprising one from Werner. I kind of expected him to put that one away as league-leading goal scorer coming into today. Jordan Pickford with the goal kick here. Dunk. It's Chilwell. Chilwell on the touchline has Dunk back center over to Nathan Ake. It's Thomas Partey. Bukayo Saka. Wingman's Son now. Can he get past Josko Gvardiol? He almost does. And now it's Son. Son the shot! Oh my word, what a finish from Wingman's Son. He is just an absolute magician with a football at his feet. And he's put that one in from some distance as well. I mean, it just doesn't get better than that, really. Fantastic finish by the forever inspiring and forever talented Korean. 1-1 the score. And we have a game now. Timo Werner. They have space. He has Erling Haaland as well. Having one of those is dangerous. Having both, well, apparently didn't amount to much. It's Romelu Lukaku back to Sterling, to Silva. About half an hour going here, level between the two sides. Matty Cash on the ball. To Ake. There's Cash. Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling to Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku may have a shot here. No, not quite. That was very close there. You do not want to afford Lukaku space to shoot. That's exactly what United's done. Bukayo Saka. Chilwell. Here is Chilwell. It's Saka. Saka versus Josko Gvardiol here. Passes backwards to Silva. There's Lukaku. Tackled by, I believe, Rodrigo Bentancur. And now it's Dominic Szoboszlai. Back to Bentancur. Over to James. Bentancur again to Timo Werner. Oh, sorry, this is Szoboszlai. Pull a cheeky little pass, but it doesn't work. Bukayo Saka. Can you find Wingman's Son? Does. Back to Saka. And that one's going to be out of play. Son to Saka, back to Chilwell. Saka again. There's Wingman's Son. Son the shot, trying to curl it again, blocked. Werner back to James. First half coming to a close here. United looking to work forward into another attacking position here with Timo Werner. Backwards to James. Werner again, and back to James once more. There's Rodri. Can't get past Saka. We've got 2 minutes added time. It's Wingman's Son, has Lukaku forward, has Silva. Silva to Sterling, back to Silva. Back to Thomas Partey. Here's Saka. Saka may have Lukaku. And Lukaku tackled. And that looks like it'll do it for the first half. Yes, it does. 1-1 the score. Erling Haaland. And about 15-20 minutes later, Wingman's Son with one of the better goals you'll see. 1-1 the score here. It's been a great game so far. And I'm sure we're going to see another goal coming up shortly here in the second half. By who is going to be the big question. These two sides have both found attacks very well. Southampton having more of the ball, equal amounts of shots. Player of the game so far, I think maybe does it go to Son. 6'3", Saka 6'3". Rodrigo Bentancur 6'5", Werner 6'6", Joe Gomez 6'6". I mean, it's pretty even. Nothing in it between the two sides so far. And back underway is Manchester United. With Cancelo inwards to Rodri, to Paqueta. That ball out of play. Raheem Sterling to take the throw. Oh, that one is done nicely over Erling Haaland there. Nice little bit of skill. Cash to Silva, to Son. Now here's Silva. To Raheem Sterling. Can't get past the defense. Rodrigo Bentancur tries to get it over to Timo Werner, but Nathan Ake gets in the way. Southampton being very patient in their passing, whereas United trying to play direct. And the thing is, I think, really, I don't really know what method is working better, because again, Southampton was playing more direct in the first half. Good mix between both sides, and of course that would really be the reason why we're at a level game right here. The high-speed chess match, would you say, between the two sides so far. Rodrigo Bentancur to Reece James, back to Josko Gvardiol, and back to James again. It's Rodri to Paqueta in midfield. And here we go, it's Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling now trying to work. It's Matty Cash to Silva, back to Cash again. It's Lukaku over to Thomas Partey. Bukayo Saka. Tries to get it over to Son, intercepted, and now United moving with Timo Werner, who may have space here. He's got Dominic Szoboszlai either way. Szoboszlai versus Nathan Ake. Over to Rodrigo Bentancur. Timo Werner to Szoboszlai. To Rodri. Rodri now versus Thomas Partey. That one taken away, and Southampton having to move quite quickly here. That one was a very dangerous predicament for the Saints. Here's Ben Chilwell up to Bukayo Saka. It's Romelu Lukaku inwards to Wang-Min Son, tried to slip it through. That's what I believe was that Bernardo Silva there in the middle. I don't think it matters really, but it's Cancelo. Cancelo trying to work inwards, not quite. Rodrigo Bentancur to Timo Werner versus Lewis Dunk here. Rodri. Rodri to Haaland. Haaland tackled. Just about 20 minutes remaining here. It's Chilwell to Saka. Chilwell again. Bukayo Saka. Tackled, and now United looking forward with Timo Werner. Werner to Haaland. Haaland can't get past the defender quite. 20 minutes remain. Matty Cash to Raheem Sterling. Sterling has Lukaku. Lukaku to Son. Josko Gvardiol trying to tackle, but it's Wang-Min Son, and tackled off the ball is Sonny, and now United moving forward. Rodri. Rodri has Timo Werner to Dominic Szoboszlai. Oh, has Erling Haaland again, and a great save by Jordan Pickford. That one, I tell you what, was very close. Pickford did so well to get to that. Off his knee it looked. He out for a corner. Rodrigo Bentancur to take. That ball swung in. Timo Werner, the header, turned away by Pickford. Great effort then by Werner on the header. Pickford, a great save nonetheless. Saka over to Son. Son finds Sterling, and that one passed backwards to Ederson in goal. There's Rodri. And about 10 minutes remain here. Rodrigo Bentancur. James. Bentancur again. Over to Dominic Szoboszlai, who has Rodri inwards. Who has Paqueta to Haaland. Haaland has Dominic Szoboszlai. Oh, and he tried to get it over to Paqueta. And the pass was intercepted well, and now Southampton with Matty Cash. Back to Dunk, back to Cash again. Keita. Rodrigo Bentancur. Lost it over the top to Timo Werner. And that one taken away again by Southampton. And now with Wangman's son, Bukayo Saka to Lukaku. The last time these two squads faced, it was left late and United won. And for the time being, it looks as if with Lukaku on side, it may go the way of Southampton. If he can get past James, it's Saka versus Josko Gvardiol. Can't get it done. And now United back on the ball, but Son may get it back. No, he doesn't. It's Rodri to Paqueta to Szoboszlai. We're going to get 2 minutes added time at the absolute most. Here's Erling Haaland. 1 minute it is. Erling Haaland with space. It's Erling Haaland. Can he cut inwards? No! It's a great defensive effort. Haaland takes too long to find the shot, and this game ends up a 1-1 draw. Very close then between the two sides. Nothing in it. And you have to say, both squads looking as if they could have won that game, but not to be. And now here we are at the final match of match day number 12. And it's a almost completely new look Wolverhampton squad taking on a Crewe Alexandra team that may have the ability to go top of the table if the result ends their way. This Wolverhampton squad have gone absolutely bonkers in the trade window. And now, can they have the ability to put themselves at the top end of the table with only a couple of match day remaining after this? So Crewe Alexandra getting us underway. Just a look at the fixtures coming up in match day 13 again. Arsenal hosting Wrexham, Palace hosting Manchester United, Southampton hosting Wolverhampton, and Ipswich hosting Crewe. Should be a fantastic few games these. But it's James Maddison now. Over to Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right. Maddison to Salah. Mohamed Salah. Oh, good almighty. Okay, well, Mohamed Salah's tried the Goldberg spear then on Alisson. It's not ended up that way. Zinchenko in defense. To Jorginho, back to Zinchenko. A couple of changes. Andrew Robertson, Virgil van Dijk added to the squad. Cody Gakpo gone. Sandro Tonali gone. Marc Cucurella gone. Giovanni Lo Celso. And Robertson, a good defensive tackle there on the left side. Fernandez to Maddison. It's Arnaut Danjuma having the start here. Julian Alvarez trying to dance his way around Kai Havertz, also having the start. Guimarães to Jesus. Advantage being played. It'll be Guimarães and turned away. And now it's Luis Diaz. Virgil van Dijk at the central defensive spot. Tell you what, he was so crucial to Wrexham, and now Wolverhampton have gone absolutely to the limit in trying to pursue Virgil van Dijk, and they've done that. And Alisson outwards. It's Giovanni Lo Celso. Lo Celso trying to find some space now. Can't get past Fernandez, but he has. Where's that? Guimarães in. Where's Lo Celso again? Alvarez to Alvarez. Bruno Guimarães to Gabriel Jesus. Tackled well. Trent Alexander-Arnold on the ball. Up to Mohamed Salah, back to Trent, and back to Salah again. Mohamed Salah perhaps with space on the right side here. Inwards to Danjuma. Or Danjuma, I don't know how to say it. Tackle by Alvarez, and now John Stones has to find a way to get rid of it. He'll find Zinchenko backwards. Alvarez to Gabriel Jesus. Jorginho. Can he find a move forward here? No, not quite. Stones. It's Jorginho to Alvarez. Guimaraes back to Alvarez and back to Jorginho again. Here's Jesus to Giovanni Lo Celso, trying to get it over to Julian Alvarez. Intercepted. Mohamed Salah back to Trent Alexander-Arnold, back to Maddison. Inwards to Kai Havertz, over to Konate. And Robertson. Hernandez to Kai Havertz, over to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Gabriel Jesus looks to tackle. About half an hour gone here, and I tell you what, very even between the two sides. I would say Wolverhampton's defense holding up, but now with Mo Salah on the ball. Tackled by John Stones, tackled again by Maddison. And Allison having to work for that one. I tell you what, Wolverhampton's defense have held water. They've done very well. But their forwards have not quite yet found the breakthrough that they've been needing. I don't know, for all I know, this one could just end up 0-0, to be honest with you. Two squads that really evenly matched for the time being, but it's Giovanni Lo Celso to Jorginho, back to Lo Celso. Lo Celso! 0-0 my ass. What a finish. Crew Alexandra with the opener here via Giovanni Lo Celso. And here he is. It's a good pass. And he's just barely gotten enough time to have that shot. And he has put it well past Nick Pope. Giovanni Lo Celso, the opening goal.
Goal for Crew, number 18, Giovanni Lo Celso.
I tell you what, Wolverhampton were not expecting that one. I can't say I was either. Gabriel Jesus now to Jorginho to Lo Celso. May have Julian Alvarez, has Gabriel Jesus now. Gabriel Jesus, can he get past Trent Alexander-Arnold? No, not quite. Trying to work inwards, it's Guimaraes. Guimaraes to Alvarez, trying to get it to Julian Alvarez. Virgil van Dijk got in the way, and now Wolverhampton trying to move forwards. Robertson. We may have Luis Diaz here. Luis Diaz versus Pedro Porro, backwards. Pedro Porro, does he get the tackle? Yes, he does. Now back to Allison. Stones to Zinchenko. And that one's going to go out of play. Here's Pedro Porro to Gabriel Jesus. A couple of minutes remaining here in the first half. It's Alvarez to Jesus. Gabriel Jesus, that one blocked well by Van Dijk. And that's going to do it for the first half. Crew Alexandra go up over that of Wolverhampton, slightly unexpectedly, has to be said. Giovanni Lo Celso with the goal. And I tell you what, a Wolverhampton squad who really put the effort into that defense are down 1-0 at half. And don't mind me for the time being. I'm going to look up how to some sort of highlight with Danjuma in it, so I can figure out how to say his name. Match facts. Yeah, wow, Crew dominating possession sounds about right. What's this? Did I say it correctly? I don't even know. I think I did say it correctly, but who knows. Anyways, I think it is Danjuma. I could be wrong. I don't know. See, this is what I fear. I know these aren't real players. If these was real players, in front of me. Obviously they're real people, but if I was commentating a real game, I would make sure to have these things correct immediately. But seeing as how we're in the virtual world and we got the second half of a false football game underway, it don't seem that it matters too much. It's Julian Alvarez moving forwards now. Going to get it to Bruno Guimaraes versus Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trying to work inwards. Good tackle by Trent for the time being. Inwards to Jesus. Jesus versus Konate. Konate does get it away well. And now Danjuma. Going tackled. There's Alvarez. There's Alvarez again. Alvarez versus Konate here. Here's Guimaraes. Tries to find Julian Alvarez in the middle, but now Wolverhampton on the ball once more. With Danjuma trying to move up the pitch. With Luis Diaz. Tackled by Zinchenko, and now Gabriel Jesus trying to move forwards. Back to Lo Celso. Inwards to Jorginho. It's Guimaraes to Jesus. Inwards to Guimaraes again, trying to slip it past Kai Havertz. Oh, but it's tackled. And Crew Alexander on the ball here with Guimaraes. Has Giovanni Lo Celso to Jesus. The shot blocked. Great defending that time from Wolverhampton. That one was close. There's Fernandez out wide to Robertson, who for some reason has made his way more up the pitch than anything else. It's now Fernandez. Has Luis Diaz to Danjuma. Trying to get past Martinez there in defense, not quite. It's Bruno Guimaraes now. There's Jesus. Jesus to Jorginho. Is Lo Celso onside? Well, either way, he's been kind of caught sleeping there. He's not been alert and awake for the pass. Nick Pope recovers, and now Wolverhampton moving forward. It's Danjuma. Danjuma out wide to Luis Diaz. Diaz trying to work inwards now. He's got to get it past Zinchenko. Instead, he goes out of play. Well, an hour gone. A lot of time left. Here's the goal again by Lo Celso. Oh, he struck that with some pace, hasn't he? It'll be Allison to take the goal kick as natural. Diaz. Diaz, can he get it through? Nope, out of play. And it looks like we will have a substitution being made then. Christian Eriksen coming on for Enzo Fernandez. Eriksen has scored this season. Definitely look for him to make some sort of impact. Free kick, advantage being played. It went Wolverhampton's direction. There's Christian Eriksen. Diaz. Danjuma. Can he get past Zinchenko? Yes, he can. Inwards to Luis Diaz. Diaz here tackled by Martinez. Oh, hang on just a minute. That one's in the box, and it's a penalty. Well, hang on just a minute. We got to see this one again. There he is. Is it the first one or is it the second one which is warranted the foul? According to the official, it is the second attempted to tackle, which has brought down the player, and Wolverhampton could draw level with Mohamed Salah. And there it is, 1-1 to Wolverhampton here, drawing back level from the penalty spot. Salah's done well there. He's just kind of placed it into the goal that time. He's not really struck it with all that much power. But 1-1 the score. Well, Crew Alexander got to be feeling that one, I think. Christian Eriksen to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Play switched over to Virgil van Dijk in the center. 20 minutes remain. It's Maddison to Kai Havertz. Mohamed Salah, no, not quite. Here's Danjuma. They get past John Stones. They'll find Salah again. Mohamed Salah, does he get past the defender? No. And now it's Crew Alexandra. Always tried to pass backwards. Instead, it's gone right to the feet. And Wolverhampton on the attack with Luis Diaz. Diaz to Salah. Mohamed Salah, a couple of men inwards. Always tried to do too much, and John Stones with a good tackle. Jorginho. Zinchenko. Tackled by Eriksson. Now Christian Eriksen. To Kai Havertz. It's Mohamed Salah to Danjuma. Tackled well. It's Julian Alvarez to Giovanni Lo Celso to Gabriel Jesus. Jesus now perhaps with space on the left side, but he's got to get past Trent Alexander-Arnold first. He's got a couple of men inwards, but nobody really helping him over to the side where he could use somebody in that space, and it will be out for a corner. Good tackle. It will be Udogie replacing Mohamed Salah. Bit of a bold substitution, that. Jorginho with the corner. He's got Julian Alvarez in the middle. Corner swung in. Julian Alvarez, the header at the foot. Virgil van Dijk. Good defensive miss there, I guess. I think 1-1 would be slightly unacceptable to either of these squads, really. Both squads set up in teams that you'd expect to win. I think it really is just the strength of either of these squads, really. That is the reason why we're at 1-1. Of course, the penalty being called. But, should this game finish level, they probably just deserve it by both sides, as it's Danjuma. It is tackled by John Stones. Only a couple of minutes remaining here. Kai Havertz. Havertz trying to work around Stones. And Stones does get it away via the way of Zinchenko. And now perhaps does Crew Alexandra have a move forward? No, Christian Eriksen tackles. To Madison, to Havertz. Back to Madison. Probably 2 minutes added time here at the most. Maybe 3 with the penalty. We'll find out here in a minute. And there it is, 3 minutes added time. Guimarães at the touchline, back to Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro again to Guimarães, over to Julian Alvarez, to Gabriel Jesus. Oh, it's going to be a free kick here. Virgil van Dijk commits a foul. Substitution being made. Jeremy Doku replaces James Maddison. Giovanni Lo Celso being replaced then. Julian Alvarez. Cross being swung in, headed away by Van Dijk, and even further. And that will do it. 1-1 the final score. Both squads hoping they would have came away with a win. Not the case, however. All finishes level at the Molineux. And that's going to do it for match day number 12. It's been a pleasure joining you once again here, and we'll see you next time.